there's the first ever North London derby to be played outside of England later today. Just don't remind Dean Saunders.
They've got a good manager there, Thomas Frank, but I wouldn't have got rid of Ange. I would have given him a chance this year. But saying that, Arsenal playing Spurs in Hong Kong, and you're surprised when you get a load of injuries. The season's only just finished.
Yeah.
And like you know,
it's money, Dino, isn't it? It's cash again.
Yeah, but don't complain when you get injuries. Don't come on the TV saying we've got loads of injuries.
I agree, mate. But it's, you know, it's like commercial now, isn't it?
Yeah, but like you were going on about player welfare. I do agree. It takes 3 weeks. It takes 3 weeks. If you've got an injury, 3 weeks it takes you to get fit. So at the end of the season, when you're carrying like little knocks that you've carried and you're playing through it, you need 3 weeks to rest and do nothing so your body heals itself. Some of these lads have got straight on planes and they're playing nonsense friendlies abroad right after the season's finished.
Yeah.
So they end up not having a proper pre-season.
How big a deal is that, do you think, Alan, then? The fact that, I think they've had internationals as well during the course of the summer.
Got World Cup coming up. I always think that, and obviously I was a player and a manager, coach, etc. So I've done all the roles. You need a rest mentally. Forget about physically. Yeah, Dean's right. Obviously, that you get knocks, etc., etc. But physically, your spirit with your family and just to have some rest time from the constant purge of professionalism and football that's overbearing at times, and criticism from likes of talkSPORT, Sky, and all the other media outlets. So yes, I really feel for the modern player, particularly these 12-month seasons that we're having almost. With the World Club Championship, Chelsea about to give their players not really had a pre-season. Chelsea, they've been working, and then they're having a rest period, and then coming straight back to the season. So that's going to be difficult. I really don't like this Spurs Arsenal in Hong Kong. I think that takes away from that spirit of that fixture. I don't like that at all. I wish they hadn't organised that. But it is what it is, and I'm sure the players will get on with it. It won't be the same competitive manner that it would be if it was in North London, I'm sure. But yeah, players do need to have a rest.
Friendly or not, quite an opportunity of Viktor Gyökeres to announce himself to Arsenal fans against Spurs. Here's Perry Groves summing up just how excited the red side of North London currently is.
It's excitement, and an Arsenal side probably about, I'd say, 10 years, honestly. Okay. It's because every Arsenal fan has known that we've needed centre forward. Obviously, haven't got a centre forward. Then it was a drawn out process, whether Gyökeres was going to sign or not. I was with Anders Limpar about 3 weeks ago in Bangor for the Arsenal Supporters Club, and he said, don't pay, because obviously Swedish, he knows him, knows of him, he's an Arsenal fan. He said, don't worry,
He'll deliver.
He'll deliver. That was the word missing, wasn't it?
Definitely.
And I think you'd agree, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of his. I think it's the signing of the summer in terms of a striker, because I think he does all the jobs. He runs the channels. He's good into feet. He's finishing off all three actions. The left foot, right foot, head is good. It's a great signing for Arsenal. Really great. Been a lot of noise around it, but they finally got it over the line.
Yeah. And it would be a great, friendly or not, Hong Kong or not, it would be a great start from if he could bag a goal against the arch rivals, wouldn't he?
Put it past him, no.
Is Arsenal spending done? That's the question. Will Eberechi Eze end up there? Palace, they just seem like, the Harrods shop window of football at the moment, if you like. Everybody seems to want to shop there. Will Eze be a Palace player come the start of the season, do you think?
Well, a couple of things with that. Firstly, they're FA Cup winners, so they're going to have players in the shop window. It just goes to show how great their recruitment's been, because Eze was sitting at QPR for God knows how long, and no one picked him up. So they've done a great job on that side. He does a couple of roles for Arsenal. He covers Odegaard, who was out of the team for periods. He plays the number 10, and Arsenal struggled with him out of the team, so he fits that. Martinelli was out of the team, who plays the left side of the Arsenal front three, and Eze plays that position as well. So he puts great cover on those two positions, if not a starter. And that would be the challenge and the question Eze would have for Arteta: am I starting? And that might be a difficult one for him to answer, but it'll be a great signing for them. Will it be done? I understand he has a clause that's running out. and maybe then Arsenal are waiting for that, and then maybe they'll bid. The one thing you do know about Arsenal, the noise that comes out of it seems to be quite factual. You know, whenever they've chased someone, there has been kind of some sort of.
Well, we've seen it this season. Zubimendi, first of all.
Correct. So there's a theme here, and there's a lot of noise about Eze, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if he ends being in a red shirt, which won't be what Palace want to hear. But you know, if I know Steve Parish, he'll make sure he gets proper dollar for it.
Well, Spurs so far, of course, they brought in Mohamed Kudus. They missed out on Morgan Gibbs-White. What would success for them be like next season? Here's what Gabi Agbonlahor thinks.
Get close to the top 7. Try and break into the top 7. And also, can you give a good fight? Can you qualify out the Champions League group? We've seen Villa qualify. We've seen Celtic. You know, Celtic are qualifying out the Champions League last season. There's no reason why Spurs can't, but they're going to need a lot of help for that squad still, mate.
How do they make the jump out from where they were last season to top 7 in a Champions League season?
Yeah, it's going to be difficult. I'm a big fan of the manager. He's earned his Spurs for sure to get a big role like Spurs are. The transfer window has been better. They're targeting the type of players that you would expect. They brought all those young players in last year. I didn't think that didn't strike me as the ambition that they needed. I think they're well set for it. I'll be interested to see how they go. I put them in that sort of same boat as Aston Villa, Chelsea to a degree. What are they going to serve up? And we'll have to wait and see. But I think the signs are good.
Where do you think they still have to strengthen at? Because they haven't, they haven't done that much business in the transfer market. Obviously, a lot of apples seem to be in the Gibbs-White basket, didn't they? And that didn't come off.
Yeah, but I think they're going to move again. I mean, it suggests that they got funds, and I think they got the room with the financial position they're in. So I expect them to make some big moves, Spurs. I do. And I don't think Thomas Frank would have gone there if he didn't think he could get them into the Champions League positions, i.e. top 4. So that's where I would aim if I was him. And I'd want players to do that. The lack of depth is a bit of a problem, I think. You know, outside of their starting sort of 13, 14, I think they need to be stronger.
Yeah, and this is not the Europa League. The standard in the Champions League, whole lot higher. Absolutely. So there are no gimmies for them.
Yeah, well, if you won the Europa League like 3-4 years ago when the Champions League dropped down into it, you could be more comfortable. But that doesn't happen now. The Europa League is very much on its own, and that standard is way below Champions League.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.